Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Rising World on the Radio Man 03. It is awesome to have you along. I just got back here on Ghost. It's been a while, right? But we always take breaks from Rising World and we come back to Rising World. That's what we normally do. A lot of you have been requesting Rising World. When's it going to come back? When's it going to come back? And I think it's going to come back in a week. I'm going to start it up again on January 25th. I'm going to do streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays on Twitch TV at the Radio Man 03. And I'll post those up on YouTube as well, like we've been doing. That's why Ghost isn't walking around. You see Aces moving about, but Ghost does not move because we just got back, took the saddles off of her, so she won't start walking around until we log out and log back in again. We were talking at the last episode to do sort of a waterfront property way over on the lake, over in this area right here. I've changed my mind. I think what I want to do instead is we are going to build ourselves a bit of a house. We have this little guy right over here. This is our homestead, right? This is where we got started. But I feel like this would be the perfect workshop right here. This is going to be our workshop from now on. What do we got walking around over here? Oh, it's a fox. There's a fox over in the bushes. In the bushes, there is a fox. We have our mine. We have our stable. We have a nice little building right here, and right now we've got all of our workstations in here. Let's go inside real quick and take a look. I need to sleep over here as well. So we've got our workstations and stuff. It'd be really nice, I think, if we took this area here, turned it into the storage room, and took the workbenches and stuff, moved them into here. We'll take the bed and put it in a house once we actually have a house made. So that's what I want to do. I want to continue with our homestead build by building the house, and then we need a barn for some cows and some pigs and some sheep and stuff like that. Yeah, there's the fox right there. Okay. I love that. That's really cool. So that's what I want to do, and I think what I want to do is put the house right over yonder here. I think this would be a good spot for it right here. Front door in this area right about here. A sizable house, not a massive house, but a sizable house for the homestead, which is slowly but surely has been becoming our ranch, is what it's become. So I think a good size house right out here with some nice trees and maybe a little personal garden right out front like that. And then what we can do also is work harder on getting our farm area actually built up a little bit more so it's good to go, because we've got plant disease and stuff like that coming in the near future here. Now, I've checked their website, and I looked around, and I've not found any updates since March as to what's coming next. What I understand was coming next, I thought, was possibly disease in the plants, where we're going to have to maintain and monitor our plants more often and make sure that they stay in good shape. The other thing I remember was that we were going to be able to make any material and any design we wanted to. Any of the skins for the blocks, the logs, the planks, that could go on anything, and we would be able to shrink and make smaller anything too. So if I wanted a cobblestone post like this, I'd be able to make a cobblestone post that big, bigger, or a little smaller, so that stuff's going to be able to bleed over a little bit. And over here, on this area over here, I think what I would like to do, right now we've got our tree farm kind of going right here, is a barn. Some sort of a barn out here. And then we could take old Bessie here and get a couple of Bessies and a couple of pigs and some sheep and a goat or two and put them in and have a nice corral out here and kind of finish up the homestead / ranch that we started working on. And I have no intentions of stop working on, because this is a, open-based world sandbox game. So it's everything I love about games right here. So, yeah, we're going to come back. It's going to launch again on June 25th. Again, Twitch TV is when I'm going to do that. I've had a lot of things going on, work being a main thing right now. Oh, those are slabs. Okay, I thought I was missing something in here, but that's just a slab. And after we're done with our homestead, I've got an idea. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Welcome back. Do you remember this build? This was from 2016. This is our town square where we had a bit of a market that we were building. We've got a chicken in a pen here. We got 2 chickens in pens. We had our moose friend that hangs out here all the time. We had tables and chairs and barrels and stuff where people were at a marketplace. And if you walk down this way right here, we had this wonderful little walkway and pathway that led down to the waterfront. And we had ourselves a bit of a lookout tower over on this side to kind of guard against anybody coming in from the waterfront to alert the town above. We'll take a run through the town too. And over here, we had a little fishing shack. I guess I never finished the bridge right there. We had ourselves, this is kind of where we ended the work in progress, but we had this little tiny fisherman's hut right out here that, the fishermen would live at. And it was just a small little quaint house that they would live in. And then we created a boat. We created a boat as best we could with what we could do with the mechanics of Rising World at the time. 2016, keep in mind. This is a few years old, this world right here. We've been playing the game for a long time. It looks like we were, even getting ready to start to gravel the path a little bit. What a pig. But there you go. You can see the tower over there. So I would like to try to do something like this where we're at right now in terms of a town build. Because as we come up this way right here, you're going to see, if we cut off to the left, if you guys remember, we have an actual farm area over here. We had a farm over here. There it is right there. Wow, there's a lot of moose out here. Oh, you know what? This had to do a big update, so I bet there's bandits and stuff out in here too. But we had a farmhouse. We had a nice little path. Ran up here to the well, which I don't think the well turned out very good. But then we had the outhouse over here. And we had a barn. And we had, at the time, some animals also. I thought I had a bit of a water thing right out here. I thought I did. Nice big garden. There's our chickens. We had a chicken coop and a fenced area for the chickens. But at the time, for Rising World, the animals were able to go through fencing just fine. The fencing didn't seem to stop them at all. But here you can see we've got our sheep and our cows. They're still in here. Yeah, these guys are still in here. And we had our tomatoes, our cotton, pumpkins, and all that good stuff growing over here. Lemon trees. I think we had every kind of fruit tree known to Rising World kind in this area. Do we have any animals actually in the barn? There's the goat. He just went outside. Yeah, just went outside. And then we had a little workshop out here in the barn. So this was a fun build. So this is kind of what... And then we had this. We were kind of going with a medieval theme. And I don't know that I necessarily want to go with a medieval theme or any kind of particular theme in general. It's probably going to be a little more Western type look to it. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But I would love to get back into the town build type thing. And over here... Oh, there's a wild boar. Walking through the town square. Right here, see, we were set up and we were working on this warehouse at the time. Working on the warehouse. And we had ourselves a pub with an upstairs area for sleeping and stuff like that. And then we had this here, the little stockyard inside. And then we had ourselves a smithy. This is where we were living for the longest of times, where we had our smithy here. I would like to try to do something like this again, where we built a town, because it's always nice to jump from one building to the next and come up with a totally different creative idea. Here's some water. Crouch. There we go. Drink that water. Drink that water. I liked this idea. I remember when we came over the top of this hill and saw this valley down below that we started working on it and building it. So this is what I would like to do on the current seed that we have, because we're really well established. Now, the idea of going out and rebuilding at a waterfront lake and stuff, I'm kind of shying away from that idea, because before I can even get going on that, we're going to have to dig another mine like we have here. We're going to have to get all that stuff set up in a different location, and I don't think anybody really wants to watch stuff like that go on. So I would rather keep going right where we are, continuing to dig down in our mine until we get to hell, so we can see hell, and then building our town outside of that area. What do I have on me for any? Do I have any weapons at all? This is before... I don't even have clothes on. Look at me. Oh, like a fool. What is this? Yeah, this is an old world, so things are not probably working quite as well as they should. Yeah, so this world has kind of got things that are looking kind of weird. This is wait. Inventory. What is that? Huh, I don't even know what that is. Nevertheless, yeah, we'll stick with the world we started on with our homestead. build a house and all that good stuff. And again, we'll start this on June 25th, that Tuesday afternoon when I get home from work. It gives me about an hour and a half to record. So I thought, you know what? We tried it out for a little while. There was really good support for Rising World on Twitch. And so we're going to go ahead and do that, and we'll get things back up and running again on Rising World. We'll just have some fun a couple days of the week doing the Twitch TV thing, and then I'll upload those to YouTube, and you guys can watch them and all that good stuff. Yeah, remember the kitchen for the inn here? I do. This was a little bit of a labor of love, wasn't it? Oh, look, this is... What the heck happened here? This is weird. Things have changed in here a little bit, it seems like. Things aren't working quite like they're supposed to in this world. The other world's just fine, though. It's compatible with what we're doing right now, and it should be for quite some time as well. Yeah, maybe I had to crouch here every time. I don't recall having to do that, but so be it. And then I think they had their own little private garden out back. Yeah, they sure did. But we didn't quite finish the fence here. Some foxes roaming in. Yeah, so this was a fun world to build in, that's for sure. We had a really good time on this, and we've been having a good time with the homestead too. So that is what's going to happen. So I hope you're excited about it. If you are, do hit the like button for me on this little kind of update video. Oh, I can't get out of here either. Yeah, this is all kind of off a little bit, just a little bit off. That's okay. It's all right. We're not coming back to this world anyways, but I thought just to give you kind of representation of the street, kind of the streetscape. It'd be nice to have buildings all along a street like this and have a wider street as well, but that's the idea. So if you enjoyed it, hit the like button for me, comment, subscribe, and share. I'm the Radio Man 03. Want you to have an awesome, fantastic, and a superb day, and I hope you're excited about Rising World coming back, and I look forward to talking to you again next time.